I'm Angela Stefanini, the Director of Fine Arts and the K-8 music teacher. And I welcome you so much to our performance today. I'd just like to start off today with a wonderful patriotic note and to say a Pledge of Allegiance. Please face the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Please be seated. We pray for the return of all of our troops. Just wanted to give you a friendly reminder, if you could please turn your cell phones to airplane mode. And I realize that many of us put it on vibrate, but recently we've learned that a lot of the microphones we use are on the same frequency as some of the cell phones. And so with everything going on, sometimes you'll hear pops or breaks in the microphones, and I'm going to blame it on you. I'm not going to blame it on our equipment. So please just turn it on to airplane mode. We'd appreciate it. And if you have little ones, if they need a little break, that you can more than welcome to use the foyer area. We are videotaping today, so we are going to ask that you keep the aisle clear and to make sure that you keep your little ones clear too, so that it doesn't disrupt the recordings. If you would like to purchase a DVD, they still are for sale, and I put a form inside of the ladies that the parents that helped today, put a form inside your program, and you can order them, I heard, up to next Friday. So feel free to do that. I'd like to welcome to our kindergarten, first and second grade production of the year called United We Stand. The musical conveys the essence of what took place during the fateful summer of 1787 at Philadelphia's Independence Hall, where our forefathers brainstormed the key compromises that led to the ratification of our Constitution. Behind us, you can see that we have a few emblems up. The first is on the left, of course, the Betsy Ross flag, the original flag with the 13 stars and the 13 stripes to represent not our states, but our colonies that turned to states. And then on the right, there's a flag that says join or die. That was written or created by Benjamin Franklin in 1754, and he did that as a cartoon in a newspaper, basically pressuring people to make sure that they joined the 13 states. Because as you'll see today, there was a lot of arguing. Imagine a lot of arguing between the delegates of all of our states not being able to come to a compromise. Well, these are some of the concepts that our students have learned, and as we were talking about compromise, like even our kindergarten class, Ms. Stefanini, what's a compromise? I said, well, it's an agreement. We're trying to all come to an agreement. Ms. Freedy and I work in the same area. If she wanted to paint the wall purple, and I wanted it green, what could we do? And they came up with ideas to say, well, you could have polka dots, or you can have stripes, or what if you just forget the colors altogether and try a new color? They understand the concept of compromise. And so we were trying to have them understand some of these character traits, along with some of the historical aspects they had. In addition to compromise and resolution and working together for the benefit of others, they were also performing music. And that helps brain development because they're moving and memorizing and singing organized patterns, and repetition, which quickens their processing skills. And I always explain that as when you're typing a command in your computer and it just keeps going and thinking and thinking. Well, music will help that process to get quicker and quicker and quicker, so that you remember your multiplication tables quicker, and you can remember facts quicker and point them out and make connections faster. So that's what processing is all about, and that's what music helps with. In drama, our students also learn teamwork, because having lines are important, but really what's very important is what happens in between the lines, because it takes patience and attention and lots of energy and discipline to perform on the stage, and students need to react to one another and their characters and the different ideas that are going, which takes concentration. So there are many different things that are going on. It's not just the kids saying their line and then turning that off. There's a lot other, the whole time they're being plugged into this performance. So it takes a lot of talent and a lot of courage. So we're very happy to have you guys here today to see our production of United We Stand. Welcome.
colonies went to war. Independence is what they were fighting for. They fought hard and they fought long against the British, thousands strong. At last in 1783, the colonists declared a victory. King George of England sealed it on their faces and made them independent states.
With freedom won, the job at hand was how to rule this great new land. Should they govern state by state, or should they all confederate? Boundaries, tears, trade between states caused many problems and endless debates, but the answer was simple, as clear as can be. They needed one governing body, you see.
Many city convention was needed, but for some reason it never succeeded, till a man named Alexander Hamilton came along and got it done.
We called for a meeting to determine our faith. We asked for delegates from every state. Set the meeting for the following May to be held in Philadelphia, PA. Revised the Articles of Confederation in order to form a more stronger nation.
If states suspect to fall, we'll wait outside the convention hall. For once fight is done, 13 states will join as one.
As George Washington, president of this convention, I hereby ask for your attention. We have a lot of work to do, and I need help from all of you. It seems Rhode Island, our smallest state, refuses to participate.
We don't mean to put on airs, but please don't meddle in our affairs, because we stand sure bravely all alone, because we can do it on our own. We're a larger state, it's true, and we should have more say than you.
Don't treat the little states that way, because we all want an equal say.
This won't work. It isn't wise to make decisions based on size.
I know the answer, yes indeed. A strong central government is what we need. One government body taking a stand for making growth for all across the land.
We don't want to confederate. We'd rather just rule state by state.
We don't need another king, just let each state do its thing.
If each state went its separate way, this nation wouldn't last their day.
Unity should be our call, and strength in numbers we won't fall. But who should rule this great new land? A king, a queen, mortal man? We'll need a plan to guarantee that we will all have equality. Since we have different points of view, it's hard to say what we should do.
One thing's clear, we'll never accomplish anything here. What a state we're in, what a state we're in. Each state wants to have its say, each state wants to have its way. What will be the price to pay, or what a state we're in?
What a state we're in.
Of issues grew and grew, and they debated each demand and compromise close at hand. As we start our session today, there's something Virginia would like to say, and as they speak to our convention, kindly give them your attention.
General Washington, delegates too, we have a plan to present to you. Representation in our nation should be based on population.
And thus you see the larger states would simply have more delegates.
Wait a minute, that's not fair. What about poor Delaware? New Jersey feels like Delaware. We'd like to have an equal share. And even though we may be small, we have a plan to help us all. The only way to legislate is to give an equal vote per state. The answer's simple, can't you see? Then we'd all have equality.
Vote by state. Vote by size. I propose a compromise.
Roger Shulman, tell us more. Step right up and take the floor.
Connecticut now presents a plan to bring equality to our land. A House of Representatives and Senate too. That seems to be the thing to do. One base per state, the other per size. This would be the compromise. When two or more cannot agree, there's one way to have harmony. You just have to work it out, you see. You got to compromise.
When you think there is discontent, no need to have an argument. When you give and take, it's time well spent. Please to compromise.
So take the plunge, water sign, and you'll get done in record time. The answer's right before your eyes. It's always wise to compromise. Just give minutes, so take a yard, and you will find the problem marked. Cheerful grin, your college bar, and you'll have compromise.
Threaten about the whole day through, 'cause that behavior just won't do. If you try a little smile or two, you'll want to compromise.
So take the plunge, water sign, and you'll get done in record time. The answer's right before your eyes. It's always wise to compromise. It's wise to compromise.
The hot and steamy summer passed and Constitution came at last. Although not all were satisfied, soon it would be ratified.
Mr. President, there's one thing more. George Mason asked to address the floor.
Who is Mason Man that wishes to speak? I don't remember him being here last week.
He is one of Virginia's delegates, Mr. President, and he wished to speak with your consent. He's a brilliant man and one who fights for a proposition he calls the Bill of Rights.
This Constitution won't hold water. A Bill of Rights is what's in order. I know you don't recognize me, but please do bother, for one day you'll know me as our nation's founding father. I'm James Madison, and I'd like to say that a Bill of Rights will come one day. But now I ask for your consent to ratify this document. For this Constitution is our guarantee that we shall all live in equality. Hear, hear, dear friend, your motions well taken. We'll soon celebrate the birth of our nation. And now, without further ado, Dr. Johnston will read the preamble to you.
We, the people of the United States, in order to form a perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote for the general welfare, and secure the blessing of liberty to ourselves and our prosperity. Do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. United we stand across this great land. Brothers and sisters, we're all joining hands. The land of the free, for you and for me. And our Constitution is clear as can be. Each state signed it one by one. 3 years later, on May 29th, Rhode Island decided to sign.
Without Rhode Island, it's just not the same. So let's join the country and spell its name.
From 13 colonies, this little delegation grew into a great and mighty nation of 50 states where freedom shall reign. As united together, we now proudly sing.
It's a land of many faces, many colors, many names. Though we may not walk or talk alike, still our dreams are much the same. And it's time that we stand together and give thanks on this day. That we live in a land of freedom. Let's all join hands and say, this is America, and we're proud to be here in America, where everyone is free. And all we all may feel inside, it's time to sing out with pride. America, we love you. Land of golden glory, where each person can stand tall. Every word can try to reach the sky, and be anything at all. It's why we live in a land of freedom, where we all have a choice. When it's time that we sing together, one hand, one heart, one voice. This is America, and we're proud to be here in America, where everyone is free. And though we all may feel it inside, it's time to sing out with pride. America, America, we love you.
A big hand for all of our performers again, ladies and gentlemen. We have a couple of thank yous. Our first is to thank Mr. Dale and Sue of Video Occasions of Matthews for videotaping our performance today. Thank you, Video Occasions. To Mrs. Kanofsky, Ms. Kana, and Ms. Scalia for helping Ms. Balsay to create our eagle and our delegate sign. Thank you, ladies, and Ms. Balsay. Where are you? Thank you. Thank you to all of our parent helpers. There were so many helping with costumes because I required tights of some costumes. I know, you hate me, but you could see they look beautiful. So thank you, parents, for helping them dress today. They look wonderful. Appreciate it. Big hand. Thank you to Mrs. Webb for organizing costume purchases. Mrs. Webb, thank you wherever you are. She got a whole bunch of the Betsy Ross costumes together. Thank you so much for organizing that, really. And Miss Cecil, Miss Cindy Cecil today, she is returning costumes to Morris Costumes. So if you have a costume rental, see Miss Cecil. There's a hanger that is in the hallway of the lower school. She's more than happy to return them today because I know some of those rentals are due. So just be patient and Miss Cecil will help you today to return those. Thank you, Miss Cecil. Give her a hand. Thank you especially also to our kindergarten assistants and teachers, Miss Shaw, Miss Creech, Miss Hacker, Miss Mather. Give them a big hand, ladies. Our first grade assistant and teachers, Miss Dillashaw, Miss Pater, Miss Ioli, and Miss Otis. Give them a big hand, ladies. Our second grade teachers work in the back here, Miss Thomas and Miss Thompson. Give them a big hand. Boy, oh boy. Thank you to our sound technician and our director, Miss Pamela Freedy. Miss Freedy. I just have to say, on behalf of Ms. Freedy and I, we wanted to say what a pleasure and absolute gift it was to work with your children. We don't say this about everybody, but we will this year. Because it was such a joy to work with our beautiful kindergarteners who just want to be on stage and do their best to make everybody happy. They're just a fun group to work with. And our first grade of compassionate students who they're always doing things for each other and for the benefit of the team. And anytime we say, are you going to sing it? They're like, yeah, we'll do our best. So just a lot of positive energy with a great group. And of course, you've seen our second grade. They're so talented. And I have to tell you, the whole week, the teachers didn't even need to be here to monitor behavior. They just worked so well together as a group. We just loved being with them. So I want to say thank you, kindergarten, thank you, first grade, and especially thank you, second grade. Give yourself a big hand. I did want to say, before I hand it over to Mr. Fisher, I did want to say that if you did have DVD orders, they are due by next Friday. Today, we're going to give you a photo opportunity because I know you're dying to take pictures, so we're going to keep the kids up here for a while, and then I'll make another announcement. We'll get the kids out. They'll go back to their classrooms to disrobe, and then if you would like to take them home, then you can sign them out with Ms. Spivak at the front desk of the lower school. But I'll make an announcement so we could clear the way for our students. Second grade teachers are signing out their students. Second grade teachers are signing out their own students. All right. Mr. Fisher.
Thank you all very much for being here. There's one other person I know that Ms. Freedy got thanked very much, but kindergarten, first and second grade, is there any other person who you think should really be thanked for all the work that they put in to make this such a wonderful production? What do you think?
The audience.
Thank you, audience, for making this such a wonderful production. I guess that would be your applause. Anyone else?
Miss Stefanini.
There we go, Miss Stefanini. Thank you so much for your work. So many hours go into this. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for attending today. We're so glad that you're here, that you took a little bit of time out of your day to come watch this. We're always so proud of our kids and amazed at the talents that they have and that they're developing. So thank you very much. Go forth, have a great day. I think, are they available for photo ops afterwards, I assume? Yes? Right now. Thank you guys very much. Have a great day.
time.